what we as a congregation are doing to help our community. So it's my honor and pleasure to call upon our friend and our member, Diane Levy.
Good evening. Excuse me. Oh, thank you. Short people problems. As I hope some of you, if not all of you, know, Beth Yeshurun is entering its third school year of our partnership with Reynolds Elementary School in the Sunnyside neighborhood of Houston, a mere 10 minutes from here. We are very, very proud to be their partner, and I'd like to take just a minute to introduce my friends and the wonderful leadership team at Reynolds Elementary School. I can't see everybody if I don't put my glasses on. Principal Carter. Principal Carter spearheaded Reynolds improving from a D rating to a B rating last year. Principal, we are very proud and appreciative of all your work and your entire staff's hard work. Principal Carter is truly an enthusiastic and caring leader for Reynolds Elementary School. Mr. Paul Hypolite, who you'll hear more from in just a minute. He's the wraparound resource specialist who handles all non-academic issues with students and their families and does an absolutely incredible job. He's a pleasure, and I'm forever changed by the awareness of so many challenges facing families in Houston that he champions on a daily basis. He is a great human. You'll hear from him shortly, and let's show him some appreciation for all he does. Miss Rhonda Pickett, my friend, the administrative assistant, who has she has her extremely organized and very experienced hand in almost everything that goes on at Reynolds. She's been with HISD for 30 plus years, and Reynolds is, very fortunate to have her. I'm fortunate to have her as a friend. Happy anniversary. For the second year in a row, she's celebrating her anniversary at Beth Yeshurun for Shabbat. Some of our initiatives at Reynolds are honoring and encouraging the staff, incentivizing the students, providing for the families, and attempting to help the school with whatever they need throughout the school year, such as school supplies, holiday gifts, and so much other additional type. And it's more rewarding for us, honestly, than it is for them. We love being a partner with them. This is all possible because of you. The generosity of our Beth Yeshurun congregants is so incredible that allows us to do the work that we do. In addition, our clergy and Rabbi Morgan, specifically Jennifer Rosenzweig, and everybody involved at Beth Yeshurun, Rabbi Strauss, David, for just supporting this partnership. We are just enjoying it thoroughly, and we invite you all to come be a part of it. A huge part of this effort at Reynolds Elementary, and they have given tirelessly to the scholars at Reynolds, are our Beth Yeshurun tutors. Since the COVID year, which was the very beginning of our partnership, they tutored, frustratingly, on Zoom. That's how we started this tutoring out. They are at Reynolds weekly, sometimes more, and create fun and rewarding activities for the students who need that little bit of extra help. As one of our tutors told me recently, being with the young students at Reynolds every week is absolutely the best part of my week. They are caring, smart, creative, and I would like to call out their names, and if any of our tutors are here, please stand and let us recognize you. And if you're on Zoom and watching us, stand at your own house, because we are so appreciative of the work that you do. I'm going to start. Some of these are tutors from this year, and some are from the previous 2 years, but we so appreciate each and every one of them. Susan Berdinas, Gail Abrams, Catherine Mellon, Valerie Resch, is Valerie here? Valerie is in charge of our tutors, and she organizes everything, and I cannot say thank you to her enough. She does an incredible job. Leah Stoller, Marcia Abramson, Melissa Cowman, Susan Marblestone, Farrell Diamond, Rabbi Danny Horwitz, Shelley Roseman, Marilyn Franks Bleeker, Carrie Brandt, Haley Finkelman, Robin Rosen, Bonnie Kaplan, Ronnie Singer, Allie Katz, Patty Hanfling, Marcy Rosen, and Linda Lynn. Now tell me that's not an outstanding group. They really are just, the students love working with them. When they walk into the class, all of the students are like, please let me go with you, please. They're wonderful, they're caring, and just simply amazing. Thank you all very much to all of our tutors. If you all would like to be a part of our Beth Yeshurun partnership with Reynolds Elementary, just let me know. We've got a holiday toy drive coming up, preschoolers who love to be read to, among many other things. Come join us. And now we'll hear from Mr. Hypolite. Rabbi Morgan will introduce you. Thank you very much.
And thank you, Diane, for really organizing this. It's your tireless efforts that's been able to make this possible. Thank you, Diane. So, as Diane mentioned, we're going to hear from Paul Hypolite, who's the wraparound specialist at Reynolds Elementary School. That means he does basically all kinds of support for the students and their families outside of the classroom. He got his bachelor's degree from Texas Southern University in speech communication and a minor in journalism. He's currently pursuing a Master of Divinity degree, so he's going to be a preacher like me. From Morehouse School of Religion at the Interdenominational Theological Center in Atlanta, Georgia. And he is married to Janitra Andrews Hypolite, who's here also, and is blessed with 2 sons, Hunter and Camden, who are also here. And he is also a member of the Wheeler Avenue Baptist Church, where he's licensed to preach and currently serves on their clergy team. He's a member of the NAACP and Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. He also does he's a community outreach co-chair for the Houston Area Urban League Young Professionals. But most importantly for tonight, he's the wraparound specialist at Reynolds Elementary School. Here is Paul Hypolite.
Shabbat Shalom. Thanks to Rabbi Strauss, Rabbi Stephen Morgan, Mr. and Mrs. Mitch Levy, and Jennifer Rosen Swag. I knew I was, with a name like Hypolite, I knew I was going to, apologize. There is a mantra that I live by. It is a mantra that are words to a hymn. If I can help somebody as I travel along, if I can help somebody with a word or a song, if I can help somebody from doing wrong, know my living will not be in vain. That is basically what I do at Reynolds Elementary School. And when we partnered with you all, that's what you have done to us and with us. You have simply helped us. And as a wraparound specialist, I am tasked every year to do what's called an asset mapping. And with an asset mapping, what we do is we actually see how many assets we have in our zip code. And what I notice is that we are in what we call a resource desert. But also, when I look at the demographics of who we serve, over 90% of our families are under the poverty level. So when we match the resource desert with the poverty level, then the question is, what do we do? When 90% of my resources come outside of our zip code, there has to be a need met. And so my first year at Reynolds, Miss Pickett walked me into our storage room, and I noticed there were a plethora of gifts, of resources, and I asked her, I said, Miss Pickett, where did this come from? And she said, it's a synagogue that we partner with. And I asked, what is the name of the synagogue? And she said, Paul, I don't know the name, but I know they are very big in what we do. And so I made it a mission to not only understand what Beth Yeshurun does, but I wanted to know what the mission was and what the mission is. And when I met Miss Diane and Mr. Mitch, I realized right off the bat what Beth Yeshurun is about. And because I am a clergyman, I have to go to Deuteronomy, the 15th chapter, verse 11, and it says, for there will never cease to be poor in the land. Therefore I command you, you shall open wide your hand to your brother, to the needy, and to the poor in your land. And that's exactly what Beth Yeshurun does. And on behalf of Reynolds, and on behalf of our great leader, Principal Carter, we say thank you. We say thank you. But I also want you to know that every time I call to ask for a donation in my zip code, and I hear the word no because we're in a resource desert. Every time I hear no, I think about a student that comes to my office. I think about a young girl or a young boy who needs pants. I think about a family who may not have food on their table at the end of the day. As a matter of fact, we actually have an awesome after-school program. And we chose to not only have snacks, but to add an extra meal to their day so they can receive 3 meals from our campus. Now, when we think about it, many of us in here, if not all of us, do not have to worry about what we're going to eat or what we're going to wear. But when I was assigned the task of being a wraparound specialist, I do not look at it as just being an employee of Houston Independent School District. I look at it as a ministry. And I am eternally grateful that we have partnered with Beth Yeshurun. And we know that without a shadow of a doubt, we are blessed because we have partnered with Beth Yeshurun. And we also know that there's work to do, much more work to do. And so we thank you, and we also solicit your continued prayers and support. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you to my colleague, Rabbi Morgan, and to Diane Levy, and to all the volunteers. And you're thanking us, but please let us thank you, all those at the Reynolds School who allow us to come and fulfill the great mitzvah of helping those who need the help. And whether they're young or old, whatever it may be, it's part of our tradition. It's part of the Jewish tradition to take care of those, to go above and beyond when we can, to make an effort to do all we can, whether it's our time, our financial resources, whatever it may be, to go above and beyond. So I look forward to the future, continued working together to help the community. So thank you again, and welcome again to Congregation Beth Yeshurun.